Imagine a daughter-in-law living with her in-laws, where a single night in a sauna changes everything. If you love deep family dramas, hit subscribe to catch every twist. Comment below, have you ever kept a secret to protect someone? Let's dive in. I'm Claire, 28, and I've been living with my husband Tom's parents for 6 months in their spacious Oregon home. Tom's job in Portland keeps him away weekdays, so it's just me, his mom Ellen, and his dad Richard most of the time. Ellen, 55, is a warm schoolteacher with short grey hair and a gentle smile. Richard, 60, is a retired firefighter, broad-shouldered, with thinning silver hair and piercing grey eyes. At first, everything was great: Ellen's home-cooked meals, Richard's quiet help with chores. I felt like part of the family. But lately, I've noticed Richard's looks lingering when I'd stretch in the kitchen or water the garden in my yoga pants. His gaze wasn't hostile, just odd, like he was seeing me differently. I shrugged it off. His family, I told myself. Stress from adjusting, maybe. Their property has a cedar sauna, a luxury they built years ago. We'd all use it: Ellen, Tom, me, laughing over steam and stories. It was our bonding spot. One Friday, Tom was at work, Ellen at a teachers' conference in Salem, and I decided to unwind there alone. I slipped into a swimsuit, the heat soothing my nerves. The house was quiet, just me and the hum of the sauna. Little did I know, that peace wouldn't last. That Friday in the sauna felt like a escape. I was alone, the cedar walls warm, steam rising as I sipped a glass of wine I'd brought, nothing strong, just enough to relax. The quiet was blissful until the door creaked. Richard stepped in, towel around his waist, surprised. "Oh, Claire, I thought you were out," he said, pausing. I laughed nervously. "Just unwinding. Join me." He hesitated, then sat across, the steam thickening. We talked about Tom, the weather, his firefighting days. His voice was calm, but his grey eyes kept meeting mine, intense yet soft. I was tipsy, the wine loosening me, and I didn't mind the company. The conversation flowed, deeper than usual. He shared losing his best friend in a fire. I opened up about missing Tom. It felt close, like a bond forming. Then, mid-sentence, he leaned in and kissed me. It was sudden, gentle, and I froze. The wine buzzed in my head, and instead of pulling away, I kissed back. My heart raced. This wasn't right, but the thrill was electric. We moved closer, the sauna's heat amplifying everything. It led to more, a night of passion I'd never expected, fulfilling some wild urge I didn't know I had. It was intense, unforgettable, exactly the escape I craved. Morning broke, and reality crashed in. I woke on the sauna bench, Richard gone, shame flooding me. What had I done? I stumbled out of the sauna at dawn, my head pounding from wine and regret. Richard was in the kitchen, making coffee, avoiding my eyes. "Claire, I'm sorry," he muttered, voice shaky. I nodded, throat tight, unable to speak. The night replayed: his kiss, the heat, the choice I made. It was incredible, a rush I'd fantasized about in secret, but now it felt wrong. Ellen would be home soon, Tom tomorrow, and this secret loomed like a storm. I showered, scrubbing away the guilt, but it stuck. I avoided Richard, staying in my room, pretending to read while my mind spun. Ellen returned, cheerful, oblivious. "Good conference?" I asked, forcing a smile. She nodded, chatting about her trip, while Richard stayed silent, his glances heavy with shame. I felt sick, betraying Tom, Ellen, myself. That night, I lay awake, tears falling. Why hadn't I stopped it? The wine was an excuse, but I'd wanted the thrill, the break from my routine. Richard was family, yet that line blurred. I started questioning everything: my marriage, my life here. The next day, Richard cornered me in the hall. "We need to talk," he said, his voice low. I nodded, dreading what came next. That talk with Richard was agonizing. We sat in the garage, away from Ellen's ears, the air thick with tension. "What happened was a mistake," he started, hands trembling. I nodded, tears welling. "I know. I was drunk, but I didn't stop it." He sighed. "Neither did I. It was wrong, Tom, Ellen, us." His guilt mirrored mine, and we sat in silence, the weight crushing. I admitted the thrill had drawn me in, a secret desire for something wild before my settled life with Tom. Richard confessed feeling lonely since retiring, the sauna moment elapse. We agreed it was a one-time thing, a drunken error. But the shame lingered. Ellen's kindness, Tom's calls about work, all felt like lies. I started locking my door, avoiding the sauna, while Richard kept his distance, fixing things outside. We nodded politely, but the secret bound us. One evening, Ellen suggested a family sauna night. I panicked, excusing myself with a headache. Richard backed me up, she's tired. Our lie held, but I saw the relief in his eyes. We needed a plan. Later, we met again, deciding to bury it, keep it secret to protect everyone. It was our pact, fragile but firm. Months have passed since that night, and the secret stays buried. Richard and I coexist, polite hellos, shared dinners with Ellen and Tom, all pretending. Tom's home more now, his presence a shield, while Ellen's warmth keeps the house normal. I catch Richard's glances sometimes, quick and remorseful, and I look away, the memory a quiet ache. We've stuck to our pact, no sauna alone, no late talks, just distance and silence. It's worked, but the guilt never fully fades. I love Tom, and Ellen's like a second mom, so I swallow it down. I've thrown myself into work, a part-time job at a local bakery, and therapy, unpacking why I craved that thrill. Richard's quieter, spending time gardening, avoiding me. We've built a fragile peace, a lie to protect our family. Sometimes I wonder if he thinks of it too, but we don't speak of it. Tom proposed a move to our own place next year, and I agreed space might heal this. For now, it's our secret, a shadow we carry to avoid worse pain. Thanks for following Claire's journey. If it touched you, share it with friends. Hit subscribe for more stories of love and secrets. Comment below. Can a family secret ever stay hidden? How do you move on? Stay tuned for more.